it's Mike. Welcome back to Mike's Diabetes World. Current blood sugar 11, and you can see that little arrow that's telling me it's going up. I have 2.4 units of insulin left. All in all, that's pretty good. We're taking a look around now, and it's showing 68% time in range, 25 above, 68 below, and 7 below 3.9. And average sugar is looking at a healthy 8.2. That is what we're going to try to hit all night. Today, it's a follow-up to my telephone interview with Dr. Shu. And, well, to tell you, it went fairly good. We started talking, and somewhere early in the conversation, I had kind of a falling out with the doctor here, and he said, yes, I know. They've tried talking to him, and hopefully we're all on the same page about my care for my diabetes. I'm not a problem person. I don't like to be the problem person. I am a type 1 diabetic who's severe brittle. Dr. Shu said years ago, and I'm talking 19 and a half years ago, they thought that I was screwing around with insulin and everything, and they put me into a high acuity room, and they watched me like 24 hours a day, and they were sure I was giving myself insulin. I gave myself only what they would prepare the needle. I would give them the needle back. I'm not playing games. And I think we're settled. I think we've reached an agreeable part. But anyway, I told Dr. Shu that I've had problems with the cardboard bucket, which I usually keep here. So if you see it up there, I thought, no. So it's down there. After meeting every night, and he was kind of wondering why it was every night. He asked me questions about, is it after I eat, if it's lying down, or if it's sitting up. I said, well, it happens whenever, but it's more happening at night. So my doctor thought about sending me for a formal gastroparesis test. But a little light went on in his brain, and he said, are you still on Ozempic? Which I'm on. I'm on 1 milligram every week. So we're now going to cut that back in half and go half. So it'll be 0.5 a milligram. So we'll try that for a month and see where that goes. I may have to go to Abbotsford for a test, but that's something we're working on. And that's pretty well what our discussion was. It was all centered around Ozempic, thinking that I may have gastroparesis, which any diabetic who's had diabetes for a few years, I think we all have had a bit of it in like our stomachs are doing it a bit. I don't think it progresses to the extent that my has, or if it's that. I also mentioned that in the reading I've done about it, it could be gastroparesis, which I'm a strong competitor, contender for. Competitor, yeah, like I'm racing people to get the gastroparesis. Um, could be my ulcer. I have a small little ulcer down in my stomach, which could be holding food back, or it could be Ogilvy syndrome. He's still wondering why it is that I'm doing this at night. So, if any of you have had similar um, problems, get it down and tell me what your answers are like. Like, what was your discovery? I'm not going to go running around saying, oh, yes, I had the bubonic plague because so and so had it. No. But it would give us an option for something to go looking at. I don't think I've ever met anyone with a gastroparesis, so I really have no one that I could have compared notes with. So we're all good. I hope. Um, we went over my drug list, which he likes to do, and I pretty well said all the drugs. Um, my anti-gas, or not gas, uh, stomach and acid. Thank you. My mind just went pooh. Don't know what it is. It just went pooh. But got that. But we went through what other drugs I'm taking, and so Dr. Shu is always, I feel a lot better after it, and I'm kind of glad he's on my side, both him and my diabetic doctor. So that's pretty well all we talked about today. Now, we're going to call it a short day here. I hope you and your family are doing well. If you want me to go over any points, write it in the comments below. And have a good day, and we'll talk again soon. Bye now. My email address is Mike's Diabetes World at gmail.com. All one line. Drop me